Whoa.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sam.
I'm Amy. Welcome to the Average Joe Show. Whoa.
Whoa!
This
So
feels
funny.
like it feels like a tired episode.
It's not a tired episode.
Tired opening. Ooh.
Welcome to the Average Joe Show, everybody. So we have a more lively duo opening. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Everybody put an applause in. Woo! As always, we have Hayden with us.
The boy.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend.
Dude, he's like Bigfoot. No one ever sees him.
You'll never see me coming. So today,
Happy New Year's, everyone.
yeah, happy 2023, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy freaking New Year, everybody.
Wow. Even though it was a week ago, but it's fine. Whoa, dripping cactus cooler everywhere.
Hey, don't say that.
He's drinking cactus cooler. Kill him. Ooh.
Okay, everybody, we got drinks today.
Uh-huh.
I have Cactus Cooler. I haven't touched a Cactus Cooler outside of today and like the last couple days. It's been like
Before this week.
yeah, before this week. It's been probably years since I drank a Cactus Cooler.
It was probably like high school for me. Like early high school. Before I discovered Voltage. Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Today I have a Mountain Dew Spark. Whoa.
Hayden?
I just have regular Mountain Dew.
Whoa.
Hey Marcus, add that to your little counter. Just saying every single time Hayden has a Mountain Dew. Just kidding.
Wow.
He's always like, oh, Hayden's the guy who always gets Mountain Dew. I'm like, what? But
I also get Mountain Dew all the time. So
we all get Mountain Dew, Marcus.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow.
Shout out to you, Marcus. We know you're listening. Today we're going to talk about top movies of 2022. First we're going to go through some of the movies that we've watched from like the last 6 months of like the year.
Mm-hmm. So
Because
this is
like
from June to December.
yeah, because we did one for like the first 6 months of the year, and then now we're doing one for the last 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're just gonna say what our top 5 movies are.
Mm-hmm.
Not really explain them because
Some of them
We
we've already
are-
talked about.
we've talked about them. We've talked about our top 5 already within this episode and the episode previous, so we won't really like get into it.
Mhm.
But let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
We really only have like one movie on this list that we're going to talk about that's not good.
Dude, the black sheep of the movie list.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about like 7 movies briefly. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully it won't be as long as the first 6 months.
Yeah. 'Cause
We've
I think
learned.
we went over like what 12 movies I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
But let's just start it. Starting off the list with the first movie that I think we saw from this time period, which was
Yeah,
Thor:
from-
Love and Thunder,
Yeah.
directed by Taika Waititi.
Mm-hmm.
And man, can't catch lightning in a bottle twice, I guess.
I think the man is just burnt out, and
Yeah.
I think he needs to take a break or do whatever he wants to. Because I feel like they like force him to do whatever,
Mhm.
and yeah.
I think we're like this movie was probably the biggest letdown of the entire MCU.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
next to like Age of Ultron, and that's been like years.
No, it's gonna be very controversial, but
Like what?
like Endgame being kind of a letdown.
I don't think.
I mean,
It's-
compared to Infinity War,
I think.
Infinity War is like 10 times better than Endgame.
Oh yeah.
And
But-
Endgame, it's like they
End-
just tied up everything
But
way
it
too
was
fast.
Endgame was good, but not amazing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't like this where it was just. When is this movie gonna end? It's been 2 hours. Get it over with.
Yeah.
That movie was long.
How long was Love and Thunder?
It was like 2.5 hours, I think.
Ugh. Dude. Having
Um,
super long movies where I was looking at the clock the whole time? I got 2 of those on my list.
Yeah. Well, like the thing is with this movie is that it was set up so well for something great.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thor was gonna go out and protect the people of New Asgard from this new threat that is Gore the God Butcher.
Oh, they totally... My boy Christian Bale, they did him dirty. I'm so mad. He was probably in the movie for like, what, 10 minutes?
Probably a little bit more than that, but
But they did nothing with him.
yeah.
And I'm so sad. And I hate how they're just killing off all the villains in MCU. They're not just keeping them to use for later, too.
I
To
would have
build
been
up
fine
the
with.
stakes.
I would have been fine if they killed off Gore the God Butcher, but just
He only killed like 2 gods on screen. And didn't really mention anyone else. Because they're all in like... wherever.
yeah.
The little Sky Kingdom. So dumb. I hate it.
Yeah, I think Kevin Feige and like we're too confident in Taika Waititi. Like I have mad respect for him. I think he's still one of my top favorite directors.
Mm-hmm. I
I
think this movie is just burnout.
I think
Not really burnout.
I think it was just. I think the success of Thor Ragnarok was the comedy that, and like the type of comedy that Taika brought in and let happen, was the reason why this was also why Love and Thunder was killed, was because it turned into an action movie to like an action comedy to just a comedy that just a little too much.
Yeah.
I think
And I think there's too much serious stuff in this that kept on being like downplayed by the humor. Like when Thor and Jane are having their talk and she's talking about how like, oh yeah, I'm dying, and then all of a sudden Korg in the background starts singing a love song and it's like, get out of here. You're supposed to be dead. Leave.
when he sings, when Korg sings to him. Laughing Goat's terrible.
I thought it was gonna be for the whole movie, but thankfully it was just like
It
10
felt like
minutes.
the whole movie.
It felt like the first half of the movie.
I think it just
and then
came back, and it came back a few times.
I just hate how it's the same sound effect. Yeah. It's the same meme sound over and over again. Like they used it like probably 5 times within like 2 minutes. And I was like, yo, please. Where's the other sound effects? Do goats not make any other noises?
Nope.
What is wrong with you people?
Nope.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
I think it's cute how it was Love and Thunder, cause like just the end of being like, oh, Thor's a dad now. We're gonna be real cheesy and be like, oh, now they're Love and Thunder, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cute. If only the movie made it better. Oops.
They should have just left the kid dead.
Yeah, I wish they were like, all right, we'll use it to like bring Jane back, and then it would be like, oh yeah, I'm finally with my daughter.
Yeah.
And that's it. Although that scene was super cool with them like
Seeing like eternity and
yeah. Like it's cool seeing how eternity looks because they have like the same look as the Watcher. And I love seeing like a good interpretation of something that's like animated into something like live action, and how like it just looks good. Because sometimes doing live action stuff, sometimes things don't look right, and it's like, wow, this would have benefited if it was an animated thing.
me and Amy were talking about this. I don't know. I can't remember if we talked about this too. But if we did another rewrite series, is that
This would definitely be a runner-up.
This will be a good one that I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and actually be given the chance to actually present a rewrite.
I'm sorry.
No, you ain't.
I know. I'm not. I lied.
Okay. Let's move on to our next movie. This movie
we watched last night.
Yeah. And
Like,
you've seen, yeah.
Yeah. He was the one that was saying that we should watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We almost didn't watch it for this episode because we were like,
we just finished Glass Onion.
Well, no, even like a week ago, I'm like, I'm not I probably don't have time to watch it, and it's just gonna be missed, even though it's something that we were planning on watching when it came out, and then we just never got around to it.
I know.
But thank goodness we watched it. This is called Bullet Train, baby.
Whoa, Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Dude. I loved his character just being like, bro, I'm just so unlucky. What the heck? It's so good.
I think it's interesting. Like, all the characters are so fun.
Yeah, I love how unique everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thomas the Tank Engine guy.
That's Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon.
Lemon.
And Tangerine.
Mm-hmm. It's Lemon and Tangerine.
Those two are so good.
There's only really like one character I honestly disliked, which was what was she called? The Prince.
Yeah, the whole time that she was
Russian
there.
Dora Explorer.
Yeah, the whole time I was like rooting for her to die. I was like, someone kill her, please.
Oh, yeah.
She's bugging me so much. I hate how she's getting away with everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we got Bad
Hornet.
Bunny. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny as the wolf. Who I was like, bro, I can't wait to see what, like, when he was like starting his introduction, I'm like, I can't wait to see what he does in this movie, and then dies immediately. I'm like, no.
Well, I remember we watched it. So we watched it with your roommate, and I remember when he died. He was like, oh, great, we're stuck with Lemon and Tangerine, and they're not they're kind of annoying. And I was like kind of the same way, but I was like, come on, guys, I want more people. Why are you going to introduce them like that and then kill them off immediately? Please, I want more characters.
Yeah.
But then after that, they started adding more people in. Because I feel like it was a good chunk of the movie from like the beginning to Wolf's like introduction. And it was like, oh, cool, new characters died.
Some of the character introductions were very, very fun. Like the Fiji water bottle.
Dude, I feel like this is how you edit like introductions to characters, like compared to like this like just Suicide Squad, the first one.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, they like did the exact same thing, but just one did it so much more better.
Yeah, that's what like all what we all grabbed our drinks at the same time.
Spooky.
Yeah. The character introductions were what
Suicide Squad wanted to do.
Yeah, that was the impact that they wanted to have, and it didn't really work.
Yeah. I love how all the pop songs, like, oh my gosh, Funky Town, yeah, Staying Alive,
Did they do Funky Town?
It might have been, no, they didn't. I was thinking it was Staying Alive.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then, what is it called?
Holding Out for a Hero?
Yeah, I was like, what is the song from Shrek 2 called? What the heck? But yeah, I love how those songs are in Japanese.
Yeah.
I should have paid more attention, but I wanted to see if there were other songs that they, like more poppy, funky songs like that were put in Japanese.
Yeah.
Because I totally sit here like, oh, I want to add it to my playlist, but also I don't want to look like a weeb.
I sort of want to find the book for it to see, like, because you said you saw that it was based off of a book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I sort of want to see what the book entails of.
I kind of wonder what kind of book it is.
I wonder if it's just a manga.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it just says book.
Manga?
Whoa. Yeah, because I think it'd be a fun comic book. I don't know how great it would be, like, as a read book, but also, I don't know how to read.
You were, like, a red book? Is that what you said?
No, I don't know how to read.
No, you
like
said before, it's like, oh, it's like a comic book, not like a red book.
I can't remember.
Run it back.
As a red book. The dyslexic is hard with this one. Can't remember nothing.
Amy, what do you think? I have no knowledge of this show, and you probably don't either.
Of what?
What tank engine do you think you would be?
It wasn't red. Was it, did he give the...
Don't you dare say you're a Thomas the Tank Engine.
No. Is it Percy where he's like, yeah, you're just this, like, little kid who thinks is a hot shot. I'm just thinking of his descriptions, and I'm like, I'm probably most like that one, because I would try to be funny and be like, yeah, I'm a diesel, ooh. Everyone hates me.
Let's do Bullet Train.
Sam, you would think that you're Thomas.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I ain't no diesel.
Bro, it's a zodiac sign, a bow with Thomas the Tank Engine.
Bro, I really want...
Dude, what if for this movie, for, like, promo stuff that you get, like, when you go into the theater, instead of getting, like, those little mini posters, you just get a sticker sheet of Thomas the Tank Engine?
I need... Okay. Sorry,
Dude, I love the Hornet, too. Even though I knew about that whole part where, like, they start their fight and, like, she, like, stabs him, but then he stabs her and injects her with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just stabs him with, like, the EpiPen. He's like, well, do you have another thing? And she's like, what do you think? Getting mad at him. I just love the whole time where she's just trying to drink something, or I don't know what she was doing, but he was like, well, do you want me to hold your hand? Do you want a blanket? Do you want me to get you some water? How can I help you?
That was disgusting. That was, like, out of all the scenes in that movie, that and the neck shot, the
White Death.
No.
That one? Like the very end when he dies?
No.
When he gets blown up to smithereens?
No. The Tangerine one where he gets shot in the neck and
Oh. I love it because it totally looks practical. I'm pretty sure it's practical. Yep, but it totally looks like they like out his neck. No, but it looks like they like pumped up the blood too much because like he's like, oh whoa, because it like shoots out of him. He's like, oh, did you realize that? I was so sad that he died because like towards the end of the movie I was like, oh, Tangerine and Lemon, they're pretty good characters. I like them. They have a sweet relationship.
I thought they were gonna die, but then, yeah.
When Lemon died, I was super sad. I was like, no, my boy. And I totally thought the whole time that he was like gonna come back and be like, whoa, what happened? Or something. But he ended up doing that later. And I was so sad. I was like, my boy, please. And I would totally not forgive Brad Pitt for killing my brother. Yeah. He forgave him way too quick.
I think, well, he didn't kill him on purpose. Like, it just, so... Brad Pitt did not want to kill at all in that entire movie. Mm-hmm. And I think he just, like, coincidentally...
He just has bad luck.
Yeah, but he didn't kill the man. He just... Shot was fired and it hit
because he was with the girl, right? The prince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. she just caused a whole lot of just unneeded drama, and it makes me so
Bro.
mad.
Bro.
And also Sandra Bullock being like, yeah, I told you should have brought the gun with you. Like Brad Pitt, you should have brought it with you. And he's like, yeah, I know for next time.
Hear that, liberals? Bring a gun.
Wow.
Oh.
Bring a gun to every situation. Guns protect lives.
Everyone literally died in this movie except Brad Pitt.
No, the old man lived. Lemon almost died like 5 times.
Bro. Okay, also the part where Tangerine like jumps onto the bullet train is kind of like hanging off of it for like 5 minutes. I'm just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bruv.
Yeah.
But I really liked him. He was a fun character.
Mhm.
I also love how Channing Tatum was just like, oh, please. I want him. He has such a good walk and a cute accent. Whoa.
I forgot about this character. Oh my
I
God.
loved his character. I hope he survived.
Wait, no, he survived.
Did he?
I think he did because he bought all of the tickets. Like
What the heck was Channing Tatum doing
No,
on the
no, no,
train?
no, no. White Lotus bought all the train tickets from.
White Lotus?
What did I say? Oh, I said White Lotus.
White Death?
White Death. What the heck is White Lotus?
I don't know.
I
Anyways,
think
he
it's a
bought all...
TV show. Yeah.
He bought all
yeah,
the train-
he bought all of the seats on the train for the next, like in between like Kyoto and
Oh, okay.
and whatever the one was before that.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, the best character's Channing Tatum.
he's lived. I can't wait to see him in the sequel.
Yeah.
Do you think the ending of the movie where Brad Pitt picks up the tangerine from Lemon driving the truck? Do you think that's a reference to meaning that he's Tangerine now, and then they're just gonna continue on with the series? I don't think so.
No. Okay, I
But
love
I think that could have happened if it's a longer series. I think that could be the case. Like in the book
I think
series.
this is a fun one-off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like for a movie, I don't know about the
Mhm.
books, but this is a fun one-off, like Nobody.
Yeah.
Even though it would be fun to see more in those worlds, I think it's like we're fine with what we got.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how Brad Pitt and Tangerine were both like, well, do they know what your brother looks like? I can just pretend to be your brother.
Yeah. Bro, there's some
I
pretty good
love-
sequences in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just all the bad luck stuff is so good. Like,
Well-
like it's so funny because it's totally like, oh yeah, I can see that happening to someone. Like just all the
Okay.
stuff that happens to him, it's like, yeah, that would suck.
Okay,
Some days feel like that.
I hated the bit. Like, I was just like, it made me feel weird. Where it's just like, bro, why do we have to open up this briefcase? Why can't he just open it? What if there's a bomb in it? And they're like, there is a bomb in the briefcase. Don't open it. And then they end up opening it and they blow up. It was very.
The best goons. I want every movie that has goons in it to have those types of goons in it, where they're like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Please. Me and my best friend are just going to talk to each other for like 5 minutes. Please.
I'm just
And
trying
they
to
die
think
immediately.
There was somebody who I saw on for like a half second when you got the face reveal of White Death. I thought it was General Zod,
Oh, yeah.
and
Well, the thing was, so I was trying to figure out one of the actors, like, what they were in.
Mhm.
No, I think I was trying to figure out who the heck Bad Bunny was. Because you're like, oh, bro, that dude, Bad Bunny. And I was like, I don't know who this is, so I'm going to look him up. So I looked up the cast. And I got spoiled with a lot of stuff. Like, I knew that Ryan Reynolds was in it, and then Sandra Bullock was the lady on the phone.
mm-hmm.
So like the whole time I was sitting there like, all right, where's Ryan Reynolds? And then he popped up and I was like, oh, cool, there he is. And then I knew what White Death looked like, and I was like, man, he kind of looks like General Zod. How interesting.
Okay. The Ryan Reynolds bit, I thought was pretty funny, and then like tying in with like the motive of White Death and what he was doing was killing all the people who like screwed him over or something, and hiring them all on. And then Brad Pitt just covering for him.
Yeah, because he had like a stomach thing. He had like Ryan Reynolds had a stomach ache, so he's like, yeah, I'll cover for you. It's like just like a regular job where it's like, yeah, buddy, I'll cover for you for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like the epitome of just bad luck. It's so good.
Yeah. It was interesting having the bad luck, good luck, and then there's fate. Which that was White Death's whole thing.
I love how grandpa of
the elder.
Yeah, how he was like, yeah, this is like the thing like with a plum tree and like you shouldn't blame the plums on like whoever planted it, and everyone's like, wait, so are we the plums? Or just everyone being super confused, and he's like, I don't want to explain it anymore.
Like, I'm done with this.
So good.
Yeah.
Also, the fight with him and White Death and just the katana just like slicing through, like just everything. But when it went through his shoulder, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. And then you had the introduction of the Fiji water bottle of him. Just like a Chef Boyardee commercial. Rolls in to save the day. Thank you, Chef Boyardee Fiji.
Wow.
Let's move on to the next movie.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Whoa.
Yeah. We sort of cheated with this one because everything...
We watched this. This came out like February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were too choken up by Morbius and its effect on us.
No, literally.
No, it came out in April. We were getting prepared for Morbius.
No, I'm so mad. This movie, and then I'm so sad we didn't watch this. But the Nick Cage movie, the Unbearable Weight of Extraordinary Talent. Those two.
Talent, but...
Yeah, whatever. Same words. But those two came out like the same week, and they were only in theaters where we live like for a week. So we had no time to watch either of those movies.
Yeah.
So me and Sam watched it late. Yeah, we could have done that. But we watched it with the boys at Nerd Switch, and I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, that movie is very fun. Same way, like not the same way that it's fun, like Bullet Train. Bullet Train is a very fun movie. Same with another movie that we're gonna talk about later. But and those movies are all fun in their own ways. Like this one is just a fun movie that you experience the multiverse on
like it's just a unique way of the multiverse. Because I feel like with MCU, they're kind of just everywhere with it. And I feel like that's like generic. Like what everyone's going to do with multiverse stuff is just doing what MCU's doing when they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, sick. But this one, I feel like they had enough rules where like you can like...
Yeah,
like
there was a mechanic with it, like there.
Yeah, and they didn't need to go into super big detail like MCU.
It's like if your name was Peter Parker and you're Spider-Man, all these guys are gonna pop out.
Yeah,
and if they died, maybe they pop up too.
I will say this movie made me change my way of thinking of life now. Just nothing matters. You can do whatever you want. But like more, to me, it's more of in a positive way, not in like a.
Like, don't
Not in,
have
like,
stuff hold you back. You can do
Yeah, just being like, yeah, nothing matters. So do whatever you want, and nothing's gonna stop you. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. That movie was very, like, it made you feel every sort of emotion. I feel like you had the
I love it because it's like it has like a bit of every genre in it.
yeah,
Because like it's super funny, and it's also like super like heartwarming and also sad, and it has a lot of fun action. The action was so fun in this.
yeah, like
It's just a good. It's a good movie.
the cast was very fun. I liked the father character. Father character was super fun, and he's making comebacks for he's coming in the Fantastic Four. Is that what he's going in for the MCU?
I don't know. I didn't know about that.
Or is he? No. He's Quantumania. I think.
I don't know.
He's coming. He's going to the MCU. That's all that matters. He's going to be coming back, reprising his role as Short Round in the new Indiana Jones movie.
He is. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. Hold on. I need to look up his name real quick.
I think it's Ke Huy Quan.
Ke Huy Quan.
Yeah, Ke Huy Quan.
Wow. But I guess because he got out of acting because just none of the roles that he wanted to do were, like, none of the roles that he was given were like anything he wanted to do. They're like all super stereotypical stuff. So he's like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. And he only came back to acting after Crazy Rich Asians came out. And he watched that and was like, you know what? I want to get back into acting. And this movie was his first one back into acting, like, over 20 years. Or, like, around 20 years. Yeah. And it's so cool to see him coming back. And you know that he's going to be doing good stuff, too. Because I feel like if he did it when he was younger, where he's like, oh, no, I don't want to do this thing. It's not really my thing. Like, he would, like, keep on doing that.
Yeah.
And he was probably the highlight of this movie. Like, everyone's really good actors in this, but
he's the star.
Oh yeah, like, he has so much emotion, like so much range in the movie. But yeah, if you want more thoughts on that, you can go over to Nerd Switch. We'll link it in the description. We did a full episode of just us talking about it.
Shout out to you guys.
Oh yeah.
Let's just move on to another movie that we watched this week. Amy watched last night. I watched it last night, but that was like the second time.
You watched it twice this week?
Yeah, I watched it twice this week so I could make sure Amy watched it.
Yeah.
I could watch
babysat me the whole time.
Yeah.
Glass Onion!
Yeah.
This movie was real good.
Yeah. And we're not going to spoil it for Hayden because it's so dang good and we want Hayden to watch it. So we're going to say stuff very, very, very...
We're going to be very vague about everything.
Yeah, very vague.
So if you don't know what the heck we're talking about, go watch the movie. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
And if you don't have Netflix, then someone that you know has Netflix, and I'm pretty sure they're willing to give you their information to log into it.
Or you can just do a free trial.
That's true too. But yeah, real good.
I think
this is like coming from like a sequel of like a really good movie. I don't know why, but I was sitting here thinking like, oh yeah, it won't be as good as the first one. Like, who knows what they'll do, if they'll do like the same thing. But this one, it was like, oh cool. It was like still unique to like the story. And they did a lot of new things. Because I feel like those two are equal with how good they are.
Yeah,
but it's also been a minute.
I watched the first one recently as well, and they have two different like approaches of how they go about the movie, and I think that's what makes them feel like different movies, and so that makes it, in my eyes, I see them as like sort of equals. I think it's fun because you've seen the first one, right? Yeah. The like the first one, you have the viewpoint of like Marta, and she's the killer of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's trying to like get out of her situation like that, and you don't, and like Benoit Blanc is like put on the sideline, and like,
Mm-hmm.
but in this movie Benoit Blanc is for sure the main character and is leading it
Mm-hmm.
all.
At least
And-
for like the first half of it.
oh no, I think he's leading the whole time.
Mm.
I think he is. There's that there's the other character,
Mhm.
and
I feel
I
like
don't-
she leads like the last,
like
probably
the last,
not
like, 10
half,
minutes,
like last,
like quarter,
yeah, last quarter.
act.
the
but-
last third of it.
hmm Like,
I just love how unique it is.
and the characters are fun too.
Mhm.
I think like the last movie, the Knives Out movie, you have like all the wild characters, but they seem pretty normal.
Hmm.
But
They're all just
these-
kind of jerky in that movie. In this
yeah,
one,
they
everyone's
seem like the rich jerks. The first one is rich jerks that seem very normal, but then the classical, like,
hmm
and then they're
like stereotypical like jerky rich people.
yeah,
for the
pompous.
Yeah.
Pompous. That's a word.
first.
The pompous rich jerks.
Hmm.
Then there's this movie where these are like I think
They're like
they're the ridiculous ones.
Yeah, they're like
annoying. They're the rich jerks that are like.
I wouldn't say they're jerks. They're just. I don't want to call them dumb.
I think
They're just. I want to say like ignorant. Maybe.
Yeah, I think the only one that isn't really. Well, actually, never mind. They're all pretty bad.
Yeah. They're all dumb in their own way.
'Cause I was about to say the only redeemable one of the group.
Is Duke.
No. Was Birdie. Birdie was probably the most redeemable.
Birdie is just.
She's very innocent. She does not know what she's getting into.
She's just a bimbo, and I love her for it. Big bimbo energy.
Mm-hmm. She.
I want to say one of the lines because it's just so good.
Something that was fun that I need to pull up the cast, like when they were in I watched a Vanity Fair video where Ryan is it Rain Johnson or Ryan?
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson. Where he just looks at one of the scenes, and yeah, when he looks at all the scenes, he was talking about the cast, and one of the characters her name was Claire, but this was played by Catherine Hahn. She's
Is she?
she's the one that she's from WandaVision.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking. I was like, it looks like her, but then I don't know if that's her or if she's like an actress that kind of looks like her.
But Catherine Hahn's character, when she got put on, she's like, "Ooh, I'm excited. I'm going to be in these super fancy clothes that could be shiny and colorful." And she ended up everybody was given a color palette of what they were going to wear, Lionel's character. Is that his name, Lionel, or is it the actor's name?
Lionel.
Yeah, Lionel.
He's like the scientist.
Yeah, he had a lot of red and green on.
That's so weird because I was like, oh yeah, he wears a lot of blue.
No, he does wear a lot of blue. Just kidding. Dave
think-
Bautista's character is the orange and reds.
Mhm. I'm trying to think. Does Birdie just wear
Birdie
pink, or is she just like everything?
Birdie is just hers is just whatever the brightest color is out there at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Craig wears a lot of light blue.
He wears a lot of pastels.
Mm,
Because I wouldn't just say blue. He just wears a lot of pastel colors.
but Claire, Catherine Hahn's character, was given beige and gray, and and Ryan Johnson felt bad in this video.
I know, because she probably looked at all of Birdie's outfits and was like, oh, cool, I'm going to get something like that, too.
Yeah.
Then she didn't. I just love how everything came together, like the whole mystery of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the characters I'm like, oh, I'm excited to see this. Like, I was excited to see Edward Norton because I'm like, I wonder what he's going to be. And he was what I expected him to be. Just the richest of the jerkiest of the rich. He's the richest and the jerkiest of the group. And it was very fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was very entitled and it was fun.
It's fun because I didn't know he was in the movie. So when he showed up and he's like, hey guys, look, it's me. And I was like, it's him. It's the boy.
I think the only problem with this movie is that's going to age. It's going to age because it's based in 2020 and it has the masks and the COVID stuff. And like, it
has Among Us.
Yeah.
First 5 minutes and there's Among Us.
Yeah. So it would be hard if I don't know. If I showed my kids, it'd probably be fine.
I feel like, yeah, I think since it says that it's based like in May of 2020, that like people would like know that it's in that area. It's not like, yeah, we just came out with this movie. We're not going to give a time period to it, but you can definitely tell what time period it is because masks and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I think since they already set that up, it, like, I don't know. Like, I think it'll age a bit better than, like, other movies since it already gives, like, a timeline. While with other movies, it'll be like, oh, why is this happening? Oh, it was released in 2020. That makes sense.
Right.
Should we go to the next movie?
Yes. This is the movie that Amy was bugging me about to watch.
Dude, I was bugging everyone because no one else had watched it, and I was like, I'm gonna die because I can't talk about it to anyone because no one else has watched it. And it made me even more mad that no one knew who Guillermo del Toro was. And I was like, y'all are heathens. I'm mad.
So what movie is it, Amy?
Pinocchio! Wow.
What'd you say?
Pinocchio.
Whoa.
Guillermo del Toro's, not Disney's.
Yeah, Tom
I watched
Hanks
the first.
in there.
I watched the first 5 minutes and I couldn't watch it. I turned it off. CG was terrible and Tom Hanks was doing the worst job that he's ever done in his whole life, and I was like, no thanks. But yeah, this one is like 10 times better. Compared to like all 3 of the Pinocchio movies that come out this year, this is the best one.
I haven't seen any of the Pinocchio movies other than this one. There was only one thing I really liked about the movie, and that was Ewan McGregor.
He's best boy.
Playing Sebastian something Cricket. I can't remember.
Sebastian J. Cricket.
Sebastian J. Cricket.
Not
like Jiminy Cricket. Don't get your.
You'll get copyright claimed.
Yep.
By Disney.
He was probably the only good part of the movie, and
I love how 2 of the movies on this list have not Jiminy Cricket in it. If I had a nickel for each time that we have a character that's not Jiminy Cricket, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't much, but it's still weird that it happened.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
What else is there?
I was thinking, when on Bullet Train was there a Jiminy
When was there a cricket?
I'm like, oh wait, it probably could have been in Everything Everywhere All at Once and I just forgot about it. But now
No, that one had Raccacoonie.
Yeah, Raccacoonie.
But yeah, anyways, Bro, I really liked this movie. Like, I do have problems with it. Like, some parts I'm like, no, why did they do this thing? And, oh, this part is kind of slow. Also,
Explain it.
It's like too nitpicky, and I'm like, oh, there's no point.
Okay.
But yeah, I know that you did not like Pinocchio's character.
I thought he was the worst.
I also have, like, I haven't read the book, but just knowing how he is in the book, he's like a little dirtbag in the book, and, like, first chapter, he, like, kills Jiminy. And, like, it's just, like, he's causing problems because he wants to. This one, I feel like he's just innocent. Like he doesn't mean to, like, cause problems. He's just trying to do, like just trying to do whatever
He's
to, like,
trying
make
to
his...
just do it.
He's trying to make his papa happy, and he just makes me even more mad the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, like, I sit here like, oh man, I would not like to have this kid as my kid, but also, what a good boy. I think also just having Carlo to, like, compare him to, like, just made it even more like, oh yeah, this kid kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And I liked some of the songs. Probably not all of them. But I liked quite a few of the songs. I also wasn't expecting it to be a musical.
Yeah.
Until Pinocchio started singing, I was like, what's happening? Why is the little man singing? What's going on?
I thought this movie was okay. Like, yeah, really just the redeeming parts of the movie was Jiminy's character, like Sebastian J. Crickett's story.
Mm-hmm.
And his character is just fun. How he just keeps on getting smashed by stuff, but still lives.
Bro,
he
I thought
should
he
have
was
been
gonna...
Sebastian J. Cockroach. Sebastian
Like
J.
Cockroach.
Cockroach. That's what.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought he was gonna die the whole time in the movie.
Bro, he kept on getting smashed by stuff, but then he was fine.
So many people died in that movie that I was like, bro, he's gonna kick the bucket at some point, and I'm not gonna be happy about it.
Did Candlewick die?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't understand. Like, I don't want to go into spoilers, but there's a part where it's like, how is he not dead? But
well, like, yeah, this is like World War I, World War II era.
Yeah, this is like a little bit before World War I. It's like fascist Italy. I don't know if it's quite into World War II yet.
Well, there was.
But very beginning is World War I, and then there's time pass.
So then it's World War II era.
Yeah.
If it's after World War I, it's almost World War II.
Yeah.
But they can't decide if a bomb is going to be a big explosion or not. That's like the worst part. Like, sometimes bombs are going to wipe out an entire, like, area, or it'll just conveniently only blow, like, the same size, like, bomb will only blow up, like, 20 feet of, like, a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
Like the Hitler camp, the Mussolini camp. Sorry, Hitler, this wasn't you. I know it wasn't you. It was
he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. Okay. The Mussolini camp where that bomb happens. So many more people should have died. Not just the Hitler wannabe.
Are you talking about the Podesta?
Yeah.
Candlewick's dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Pinocchio should have blown up.
No, dude, did you not see the part where Candlewick's like, oh, Pinocchio, and he, like, is flying in the air and then lands in front of the circus man, and he's like, woo, look at us running into each other. That's, like, my big problem is, like, how, like, why is Circus Man right next to his boot camp?
Because he's obsessed with with the...
No, what they should have done was just have him be dead for Mussolini. And then it's just like, alright, that character's done.
Yeah, they didn't need to bring him back.
Yeah.
They could have had Monkey Man,
Spazzatura.
Yeah, Spazzatura. Played
Bro.
by Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, it's so good. I just love... She just wanted to be in another movie with Guillermo del Toro after Nightmare Alley. And she's like, dude, put me in your next movie. And he's like, I have a monkey. And she's like, I'll take it. And it's so good because she doesn't even talk. She just makes monkey sounds and screaming. It's so good.
Would you play a monkey?
Mm.
That's her monkey noise.
Matters what kind of monkey I'd
Dude,
be.
I'd be a monkey. I'd take on a monkey role any day.
Would you be a Spazzatura though, or would you want to be like DK?
Oh, DK for sure.
Okay, like that's a bad comparison, but
Yeah, I don't want to be an annoying monkey. I want to be a gorilla like DK. Just woo, woo.
Wow. I love how the music in this. Okay, Chow Papa better get nominated, or I'm gonna lose it. If this movie doesn't get Best Animated Movie, which I'm totally fine with. I'm fine if it doesn't get it, but it at least should get like in the nominated section. Like it doesn't have to win. If it got nominated, then I'm fine with it, and I don't care if it wins. But Chow Papa better win the Best Original Song, or I'm gonna lose it. It's the best song, that or Ewan McGregor's song.
Ewan McGregor's song that he never got to fully sing.
He sang it during the credits.
So, like, there's a joke, or I feel like this is a running gag, where Ewan McGregor, where Sebastian is, like, trying to sing this song, and he's always interrupted by something. He's like, oh, my father, and then...
Dead.
gets like smashed by something or gets flicked around or something,
Mm-hmm.
or he's interrupted, and it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that
My man doesn't deserve this kind of treatment, please.
I think, yeah, it was funny. It was so good.
His voice is just so good. I want more original songs that are made just for him. Not
Be our guest.
no.
You want more than just that?
Yes.
Put our dishes to the test.
If I'm gonna listen to Be Our Guest, I'd rather listen to the original one and not the new one. But that's also with like basically all of the Disney remake musical stuff where they actually put music in it.
Come on, Amy, Be Prepared is by far one of the greatest remade songs.
Shut your mouth. You didn't even get to that part. I think you fell asleep.
I thought I didn't get through it, but I realized that the song was going on. I thought it was just dialogue. That's how bad the song was.
Mm-hmm. They wasted that actor.
Why didn't they
I'm
have
mad.
the Nazi propaganda inspired song?
Because they hate us.
They hate Nazis.
Sam,
We
okay.
hate Nazis too.
No, get this. So, like, with that where it's like, oh, that's the whole point of Scar. He's, like, causing an uprising, and we're comparing it to, like, Nazis. And it's like, yeah, it's supposed to be like that because bad. But then they take it out in the new one. But then in the new Pinocchio, the whole point of, what's it called? The island. What the heck is the island called? Where they go... Sam, do you know what it is?
Sorry, I was too focused on drinking at the moment.
Wow.
The island that they go to, the camp?
No,
The
like in
Nazi
the...
camp?
No, in the original Pinocchio movie. What's that island called?
Oh, I have no idea. Don't ask me. Wait, you already did. I have no idea.
Or whatever the fun island's called. The whole point of that island is like, oh, we're going to show kids like destroying everything, and they're going to be showing them drinking beer and smoking cigars because it's like, oh, that's what bad kids do, and then they get turned into donkeys because they're a bunch of jackasses. So they're going to turn into them. And then they take it out of the new movie. And they're like, yeah, it's root beer. Whoa. Nothing else. And then I don't think they smoke in it. And just the whole thing is like, yeah, we're going to just break clocks. And that's the whole thing. And Pinocchio's...
They vape while they sip on their Mountain Dew. They're like, oh, bro. And they're playing like Fortnite. And they proceed to turn into like John Wick. And that's the new...
Dude, it's terrible. Like, the whole point of that island was just like, yeah, they're showing that, like, that it's bad for, like, kids to, like, drink and smoke. And that's why you shouldn't, because you'll turn into a donkey and then get, like, put into, like, the mines where you have to work for the rest of your life as a donkey.
I
this one,
remember
it's
when
like...
that happened to one of my cousins when he...
Stop!
One day, he pulled out a cigarette, started smoking it. Next thing you knew, we lost a cousin but gained a donkey. And then he was sent to the mines.
No. But yeah, I don't know. I think because also Guillermo del Toro's whole thing, like with all of his, like with most of his movies, they're like based around like war stuff. Because he grew up during, like, the Spanish War? No. He grew up during some war, because he's from Spain, and just talking about whatever for all of his movies. And I love the design of the blue, like, it's not the blue fairy. I don't know what she's called. I think
the
she's...
Guardian Angel. That's what they all are.
Yeah, well, no, because the other one is just death.
Oh.
Yeah, Hayden, there's people die in this movie, by the way. But I love the designs of them. Like, it's very Guillermo del Toro, but it's just so good.
Amy, name another movie by Guillermo del Toro.
The original Hellboy and the second one.
Okay, I was testing you.
Yeah.
You passed the test.
Wow, thanks. Yeah, because there's, like, some angel in that movie that's designed kind of similar to, like, these ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels very Guillermo del Toro. Also, I think he made the movie where it's, like, I think it's Pan's Labyrinth, where it's, like, the pale man where he has, like, the eyes in his hand. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He made that movie, too. And designs from that look. Everything's just so well designed. And I'm very happy that he was able to make this movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was, if this does get animated movie of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's gone on talk shows and just being like, yeah, animated movies aren't just for kids. They're, like, for everyone. And we should make, like there should be more of an effort to put animated movies in other, like, Oscar, like, sections. Because, like, I think the only other movie that's, like, gone into, like, a different area is Beauty, like, the original Beauty and the Beast, and it got, what is it? I don't think it's Best Screenplay. It was, like, Best Picture.
Oh, like, that's, like, the movie of the year?
Yeah, I think it got that, because then I think after that movie, they started doing Best Animated Movie. Like, after that movie came out, they did Best Animated. Because then, like, Guillermo del Toro talks about, like, yeah, animation, like, is such a wide variety, and people only see it as kid movies, when it's, like, there's so much more out there, and we shouldn't just, like, keep it to, like, this one area. We should make it multiple areas for, like, Oscars.
Yeah. My favorite animated kids movie was Sausage Party. Never seen it, but
wow,
I've seen the trailers. That's about it.
All right, should we go to the next movie?
Yeah.
Or do you have any other thoughts?
See if you want to. Animation was good, but that was about it.
I mean, if you're already gonna watch Glass Onion on Netflix, might as well watch this one too. You have the free trial. You can watch this one.
Yeah, watch it on the free trial.
Whoa.
Same with Bullet Train.
I did one more thing. With this movie, all of, like, the soundtrack stuff is, like, all wood instruments, like, wooden string instruments. Just to go with like the Pinocchio theme of like, oh yeah, little boy made of wood, make all the songs made of wood too.
Oh, so when Geppetto was singing the song, it was actually a wooden instrument?
Shut up. Get out of here. I'm meaning all the like just soundtrack music, like that stuff. Because his accordion is probably the only thing that's not a wood instrument. But it's also like, Geppetto knows how to play accordion. Whoa.
Yeah, that's always been his thing, I think.
Yeah. Alright. Avatar, wave the water, whoa! Me too, Hayden. That's how I'm feeling. I watched your movie Sucks to talk about this movie, and it egged me on to not like this movie more. So I was like, yeah, this is fine, but then he kept pointing out stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad.
I think this movie is not as good as people think it is, and it's also not as bad as people think it is too.
Yeah.
So I'm the middleman. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's great. I think it's good.
Yeah.
But
I'm leaning to more it's like okay. Like I see all the good in it, and like there's like a few things that I like where it's like, all right, your movie sucks. That little thing I don't care, but I see all the other stuff. Like I see your complaints, but I also like this, and this, and it was fine.
I think this is probably the second prettiest movie of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I think.
I feel like this one, like it's an okay sequel, but I feel like they just did a lot of the same as like the first one, and I feel like they didn't really delve into like the world as much from like the first one. Because I feel like the first one is like they were like making their own world, and they made like their own language, and they're diving into like the tribes and how they are, and how it's like a collage of just like all these different things from like our real world. While in this one is like, yeah, we're gonna just like base it off of like the new tribe off of like 2 things and not do anything else. We're not gonna talk in Na'vi anymore. Oops.
I think the special thing about Avatar was the world building, and it was so cool in the first one. The second one has a little bit of world building, but it still felt like this movie absolutely feels like a sequel. There's usually movies that like can stand alone and be fine even though it's a sequel. Like Glass Onion. Glass Onion can be its own movie.
Oh yeah.
Don't need to worry about watching Knives Out to see Glass Onion.
Because they don't make any reference to Knives Out.
Death on the Nile.
Dude,
Yeah, Death on the Nile.
we're not talking about that movie.
Sorry.
Get out.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's also
Death on the Nile, you feel separate.
I also feel like this is our next movie. Like this could go with that. Like you don't have to watch the first one.
Yeah, Puss in Boots.
Whoa.
But
I feel like the only world building we got was like showing underwater creatures that were like, oh, they kind of look like the creatures on land, but they
have no legs.
Underwater. Whoa. And how the sea people, like the sea Na'vi, I like how they have like thicker tails. And like they have like
they're more adapted.
They're like more blue to like blend in with the water. But it was like, oh cool, that's it. That's like the only world building stuff was just like those 2 things.
Like a problem that I have with the movie is that I feel like they
didn't try as hard for this one.
No, I think they tried very hard.
Sam, with the basic story that they gave us, took them 13 years.
I think they tried too hard. They got in that spot of like, oh, let's try to adapt this movie and like change it and all the. I think they made
Sam,
so much changes over time,
they
and that's
cloned
like,
the villain from the first movie.
yeah, they didn't have Jorgen Bon Strangle. They have Blue Jorgen Bon Strangle, completely different. I think. So,
I hate
like,
it. I hate it so much.
So like the thing that I have a problem with it is that because of the time that they had given themselves to like write and everything, there was just probably so many revisions that were made that they were like that they just took a lot of stuff out that should have been kept in from the original script, or they put stuff in that didn't really need to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a whole bunch of like conflicting storylines, I feel like, because you have the Sigourney Weaver character,
Yeah, like with her
storyline, then you have
I feel like
the
that wasn't.
sons, then you have you have the son storyline, then you have the Jake Sully storyline, and then you have everybody's story. Then you have Jorgen Bon Strangle's. If you don't know who Jorgen Bon Strangle is, he's the guy from Fairly Odd Parents. He's the big guy, and that's all I see when you talk about him. But like, I think it just had a lot of conflicting things, and the Avatar series, no, like not to make fun of you, James Cameron, but I think he's the one that's like he was the one that was like sort of getting at Stranger Things for being so long. Like, why do you need 2 hour long episodes or whatever? This man could have easily made a really successful Avatar TV show.
Mm-hmm.
This could have been one season of a show and expand on all the characters. You could have the character development that you probably wanted to get that you weren't able to get. Like, Spider could have been more interesting. I could have actually cared for Sigourney Weaver's character maybe. And I probably could have also told the difference between the two brothers. Don't tell me which brother was the one that touched the whale. Is he the same one that died? I don't know.
No, the only reason that I know the difference between the two is because the one that died, he wasn't on screen that long. The other one was.
How can you tell? They look the exact same.
They have like different, like one has like an American accent and the other one has like a Navi accent.
Sorry, I can't tell.
It's because the one with the Navi accent is only there for like 2 minutes. Like, he's the one that the dad's like, oh, you're the older brother, you should be taking care of him. When it's like, dude, you're the dad, you should be taking care of them. Idiot. Whoa.
So, I don't know what a Navi accent sounds like versus what...
Sam, you've watched both the movies. What do you mean?
I couldn't tell. That's like asking me what a Canadian accent sounds like versus an American one. They sound the same to me. Other than, oh, don't you know? But that's like over-exaggerating it. Like, if you don't exaggerate either of the two, like, accents, I cannot tell you the difference
because
between...
in this movie, they didn't even try to do, like, the Navi language or any kind of accents. They did so much better in the first one. This one, they didn't really care. They're just like, we're not going to make people read subtitles. We're just going to make everyone talk English.
Well, I think everybody was just upset because they used the...
the font?
Yeah, what's the font called?
Oh, Papyrus?
Yeah.
Bro, I remember my graphic arts teacher being so mad about it. He's like, yeah, the movie's good, except they used Papyrus. And then I hated the movie. I was like, well, thanks.
Yeah. One of the things I was sort of like something that I didn't realize that, like, something that was missing in the movie that that I wish they had more of was Zoe Saldana's character.
I feel like she wasn't in it that much.
She wasn't. And she
Yeah.
was like probably the coolest character in the first movie. And I haven't seen the movie in a long time. But so I can't really remember how she was. Like what I remember is that she was a pretty big character, but I can't remember who else was a big character. But
I feel like in the
from
first
the Na'vi
one,
tribe.
yeah, I feel like it was her and her brother that were like the main Na'vi, like original Na'vis, not the Avatars.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like with the Avatars, it was Sigourney Weaver, other scientist guy.
Yeah.
and
The
and
off-brand guy from off-brand Zathura guy.
Wait. I said like, oh yeah, they're the same person.
No, they're
No,
not.
they're not.
One's better than the other. One actually never mind, he doesn't do anything. He just has a rich wife now.
Wow.
I think that's it. But
I wish they explained more about Sigourney Weaver's character. I was more interested in her in this new one. Like her
hearing
daughter.
that she was back, I'm like, I wonder what.
I thought she was going to be like a bigger character. But then it was like, no, it's going to be a soldier man that we also cloned. And we're not going to explain the girl anymore. We're going to just have him here.
Come on, everybody loves Jorgen Bond's Triangle.
Okay, also, so your movie Sucks also explained it, where it's like, yeah, how the heck did they make these avatars for these guys? And had like a little like safety plan like 5 minutes before like the last act of the first movie, being like, all right, well, we're going to make these and you're going to videotape your memories just in case. And it's like, wow, thanks, guys. Because the whole time I thought, oh, yeah, they just had their DNA and did Jurassic Park and just did that. When it's like, no, they made it even more dumb.
Well, how do you transport your consciousness into an avatar?
Avatar.
You could probably use just...
Well, that also doesn't make sense either. Because then in the
But
first
that's
movie,
the
they had
movie.
like they had the pods. So then they can do that. And then the only way that they brought his soul to like his avatar was like them doing it through the tree. And it's like, well, how did the scientists do it? I don't know. We're not going to explain it because that doesn't matter.
There was a 15-year difference between the first and the second movie. So they probably adapted their technology and...
Even though they kicked him off the island, the planet.
They probably had DNA samples from him and was able to upload the DNA and realized that it was also internally attached to it. Well, no, they had.
But then how would so
they both grabbed her heads at the same time.
Sully was only the bad guy in the first one. Like probably like 30 minutes before they started like the final battle, and like why would they be like, all right, soldier man, go take a video of your thoughts just in case we need to like brainwash a clone version of you instead of just getting ready to fight a battle. Go take a video of yourself just talking about your thoughts about Jake Sully.
Well, okay, yeah, that's fair. But they didn't say. They probably had a briefing of like Jake Sully is a menace. They probably had J. Jonah Jameson being like,
menace.
Na'vi menace.
I do like how you can tell between like the avatars and like Na'vi. Is that they
tattoos.
They had 5 fingers instead of 4 fingers.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Even though I was kind of upset that everyone was bullying him, like, 5 fingers, and I was like, no, stop!
He shoves his pinky up his nose, like, can you do that? I bet not. And he's like, can you look fancy holding this drink? Ding! Just putting up your pinky.
Idiot.
But, okay, Amy, I'm going to tell you right now how do you remember in the first movie, Jake Sully's like, he has to record himself. He has to do a daily log. That's
okay, but no one else does it. Like,
Yeah,
only Sigourney Weaver's like, hey, take a video of yourself. And he's like, no one else does it. What do I have to do? And she's like, do it or I'm going to kill you. And he's like, fine.
Do what you want, old hag. You wouldn't kill a paraplegic, would you? And
She kills men.
I'll do it. No.
Wow.
I would imagine that the leadership of.
But why would he make a video like 5 minutes before they're gonna fight?
They had to do a daily log of what has happened.
Why do I have to make a vlog before I go to war being like, alright, well I'm mad at this guy, let's go, and that's the whole thing.
It's a briefing, it helps people know.
No, because
Lisa,
they made it
it's
seem
journaling.
They made it seem like in this movie where he's like, alright, I'm gonna go through my journal and talk about my feelings about all this stuff.
Because they
like,
did!
Why would he make that 30 minutes before they go to war, though?
Because
Why would they have him do that when it's like, no, forget about your stupid vlog, go get ready to go fight him, and then you can talk about it when you come back.
No, I think
And then he doesn't talk about it because he's dead.
Yeah, you didn't say, oh man, I really hope I don't get shot in the chest twice by an arrow. I sure hope that Jake Sully doesn't kill me. Well, he probably did say that. But,
Joke's on you, Jake Sully didn't kill him, though.
yeah, I know.
It was his wife.
Not yet, but like... But still, the point is, Amy, they keep a journal, a log of everything that they do that day because they were told to. And of course, the main man in charge of the army will do it.
You don't know that.
I am pretty sure that the man who is letter of the law does everything that he is told to do because he's a soldier, does it.
I'll just say this. The story was bad.
Mm-hmm.
The visuals were really good, except for like 10% of them. But
Yeah.
as far as like...
10%'s not bad.
Yeah. There was some CGI stuff and some other stuff. I was like, that's really gross. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
The young Sigourney Weaver eyes were weird.
Yeah. Also, like, I guess this movie is like supposed to be showing off like the higher frame rate or whatever.
The frame rate changes the whole time.
But,
That's
like,
what your
I think-
movie sucks at. He's like, yeah, it goes from like 30 to like 20 and then to 60.
I think the one we saw was just regular frame, like it was the same frame rate the whole time, but they have
Or we
like,
didn't
versions.
notice it.
Yeah.
Because I think when we first looked up tickets, it said higher frame rate on the ones we were looking at, and then the ones later didn't say.
I don't get why they wouldn't do.
They
I don't
should
get
just
why
do
they
it
would.
all higher frame rates. I don't understand why. They do
Probably
that.
some of the projectors can only run certain...
I don't get how you'd make a movie though with certain frame rate. Like, I
don't
can
know,
only see it being like.
Some technology can only process so much, and probably processing that frame rate is harder than lower
Mhm.
frame rate. So they could have.
Yeah. But also, like, when Your Movie Sucks was talking about it, he was like, yeah, I watched it in IMAX and 3D, so you got, like, the best of the best kind of look of it. So I'm sure that would be a lot more noticeable than us watching it in 2D in our little crummy theater that we have over here.
Yeah.
I just felt like the movie was grabbing your attention too many times, and too many different things were going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just so, like, his whole family, each of them has their own, like, storyline, and it's like they're all new family, like, new characters, so you have to, like,
Mm.
and it's just, and then, like, half of the movie is just, like, CGI shots of, like, nature and stuff, so it's, like, hard when it's, like, a 3-hour movie, when it's half of that's that, and then the other half is, it's only an hour and a half of introducing new characters, and
Yeah. Like if they
I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
yeah. I was ready to go to bed, even though it was also like almost 11 o'clock. I'm like, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, literally, like, the last probably, like, 30 minutes where it was just, like, all fight stuff. Like, it kept on, like, it would do one fight, and then it would end, and then it would go to, like, another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing. And I was like, bro, please, I need to pee. And this movie just isn't ending.
Mm-hmm.
So then I finally was just like, all right, well, I'm probably gonna be leaving like 10 minutes before the movie ends, but I don't care. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and when you did leave, it was just nothing. It was just like, oh yeah. The
It was
fight
like,
was still going
it was
on.
literally the same thing over and over again.
Okay, one thing that I really liked, probably one of the scenes that I liked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not, but yeah, the scene that I liked a lot was when what's his name? I can never remember it. The Jorgen Von Strangles character. I can never remember his name.
That's all that he is now, Sam.
Yeah. Jorgen Von Strangles character and wife.
Oh, I was like,
Jake Sully wife.
yeah, I was like, who's his wife? What's happening? What do you mean?
They're like Jorgen Von Strangle has Sigourney Weaver with a knife to her throat, and then all of a sudden in comes in mom with Spider. Is that his name? Spider?
Mm-hmm.
It's a terrible name, by the way. Terrible name.
How would they know what the heck a spider is, though?
I don't know.
I don't think they called whatever spidery creature that's on their planet a spider, though.
I don't think they have
No,
a spider.
no two planets have the same names for everything.
I think the people called them that, not.
Yeah, the people called him that, and then.
But why?
And then he just adopted that name, and now the Na'vi also call him that.
I hate these human characters.
Dude,
Dude, we're gonna call you Spider instead of like John or something.
Yeah. Well, they got rid of a cooler name, which is Miles. I love the name Miles. Miles is a great name. And
That was his original name?
yeah.
Ooh.
But
Wait, Miles? Spider?
Miles Morales. But I love the scene where Zoe Saldana's character and Jorgen Von Strangle were like, okay, we're gonna play a game of chicken. I'm gonna kill your son if you kill my daughter.
I like too where it's like they're not like well, I guess Spider where it's like they're not like exactly like family, like how why was I gonna say Shuri? What the heck? Can't think of her name. What the heck? Now I gotta look it up. It's gonna bug me. Neytiri?
Yeah, Neytiri is mom.
Yeah, but I like how it's like they're not like family like compared to like the two like how Neytiri and Sigourney Weaver. Hey, stop! Get out of here!
Nasiri.
Stop. All right, well now I'm not gonna say that name anymore.
That's why you just say mom or Zoe Saldana.
Zaldana.
Or you can say Gamora.
Yeah.
Blue Gamora, but it's not Nebula.
Wow.
Not confusing.
But yeah, so Zoe Saldana and Sigourney Weaver, like how they're like how it's more like she's like her adoptive daughter.
Yeah.
And then with Soldier Boy, Tellum, and Spider, it's like we're both basically clones. So it's like I don't know, it's interesting.
But it's like, okay,
They're like family, but not really. But also they are. Whoa.
I hated that Spider was Jorgen Von Strangle's son. It is a nasty idea.
I love
you
how
know the age difference between those two?
No, dude. Just I love how they like tease Sigourney Weaver's character where it's like, well, who do you think the dad is? Ooh, but then it's like, what about Spider and his dad? Who's his mom, huh?
Wait, hold up. Come to find out, they're both the parents. They were shacking, bro.
No.
That's the.
No,
that's
dude,
it.
I say you're like they
Sigourney
were.
Weaver and Jorgen Von Strangle got busy.
No, I'm gonna be so. I'm gonna be pissed
I'm
if we
putting
predicted the third
$5
one.
down. $5 on that idea.
I'm gonna be pissed if
I
that's
am-
what happens.
That's gonna be so good because they're also in a relationship and it's gross.
Oh. Yeah, because everyone's like, well, yeah, Sigourney Weaver and the little scientist man, ooh, they're pretty close in their little vlogs. And it's like, idiot, no. That's what they want you to think.
That movie, if you're into Avatar and you are interested in it and you like action, this is your movie, I guess.
I would say wait for it to go, like, either to, like, Redbox or streaming, just so then you can, like, pause it. There's no point in going, like, the only point to going to the theater is just looking at how pretty it is. But you can't pause it at the theater where it's like, I need to hurry and pee. I don't know what the heck is happening. Unless it's like the last 30 minutes where it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, you 3-hour movies, you need to have an intermission.
Yeah, or you need to like have a spot where it's like just subtitles of like, you can pee at this spot.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
It's like those YouTube videos where you have like an obvious like screen change of like saying, oh, this is like the advertisement. The advertisement will go this long. Have it just like that. Like, this is the same thing for 15 minutes. Go to the bathroom.
Okay, that's what I liked about us watching, what's it called?
Yep.
The movie that we watched in Hurricane. Where it was like, alright, like we're just going to cut the movie here. Even though it was a weird spot, it was still like, alright, we're going to do an intermission right here.
Oh, the date night?
Yeah, that was...
Yeah,
like, I didn't realize how nice that was. Even though it was like a 2-hour movie, or like an hour and a half, and it was like, I didn't really need this, but you know, this is fine. I did kind of need to pee. Might as well do it now.
Well, I think we were in there for like 2.5 hours. Because they had a little like introductory like, here's prizes to the Jonas Brothers. Not Jonas Brothers. Was it NSYNC? No.
NSYNC?
Backstreet Boys. Where they brought out the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Me and Amy.
We went undercover.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one would know.
Yeah. Me and Amy were, Hayden's like, we got these tickets. Want to come to this thing? Didn't tell us it was a date night. Until we got there.
Yeah, we beat them to the theater and they're like, you guys here for the date night? And I love how we're both like, yeah, we are.
I'm like, I think.
We had no idea and we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
I didn't realize I was talking to I didn't realize we were talking to a local...
a local legend?
Yeah, a local celebrity of Mikey.
I know, me too.
And he's like, oh, I thought he was like I thought he was just the...
like just a worker or like
I thought he was
some
like
guy.
a GM of the Hurricane.
Yes. Yeah. Ew, you guys say hurricane instead of hurricane? Gross.
Yes, sir.
I know the difference between the weather thing and the place. You should too.
Yeah, we don't pronounce hurricane as...
We don't say hurricane for a hurricane. We say hurricane for the place hurricane.
We call it a hurricane as a hurricane. Or a vortex! Vortexes are just cyclones, which are just tornadoes. Hurricanes are just typhoons.
Not a tornado.
Yeah, I was correcting myself.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, this movie is...
This movie was so good.
Hayden, this is the movie. Out of all the movies that you could actually... Ooh, that's a great question.
Out of all the movies, because I think Glass Onion, Pinocchio, that stuff is going to be on Netflix. This one, you got to go see in the theater. Yeah. You got to watch it. It's good.
This is the DreamWorks movie of a lifetime.
Yeah. I've heard people say that it's like almost up there with like Shrek 2 and how good it was. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, you're pretty ripe. Also, I haven't seen Shrek 2 in a hot minute.
Shrek 2 is
but it's
probably
good.
The greatest Shrek movie.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've heard a lot of people say that it's the best, or it's the best Shrek movie since Shrek 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is Shrek universe. It's not like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is up there with Shrek 2 and that whole thing.
Now, this movie, though, This movie is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those movies that was weirdly marketed, and it didn't really seem. It seemed like a kids movie.
Yeah,
And
the trailer
it is a
made.
kids movie, but it's a fun kids movie.
It's a family movie.
Yeah.
'Cause
This
I
is
feel like this-
this is like Fast and the Furious. It's a family movie.
Oh my gosh. Vin Diesel's in the movie, not as an animated character. They just green screened him on. It looked real terrible. And he just came and said,
It's like, fear me if you dare. He's like,
I am
no,
the furry
fear
lover.
my
Whoa.
family. And then he like
And the
tries
whole
to call
theater
out all of his
exploded.
family. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson comes in, and that's who was crotch shotted. Was Dwayne Johnson.
This movie sucks. I think I got a pirated version of the movie.
Yeah.
But no, I love this one. I love how it has a storybook look to like the animation. And like this one, you can like actually tell the frame rate difference. Because each time that there's an action scene, like the frame rate gets cut down, so it's like more choppy looking.
Which doesn't
it's-
sound like a very good thing, but it's
It doesn't sound good, but then it's real good because the action scenes are so good that like when you see like the frame rate go down, it's like, oh baby, I'm ready for it.
Man, it's so good. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Like,
Stop! Leave me alone!
like you think it's gonna be so bad, but it's so good. So good, but it's so good.
Leave me alone. I don't want to spoil one of the villains because he was not marketed at all, and I was so happy he was in this movie.
Yeah. What was he, Zach Galifianakis?
No, John Mulaney.
Oh, that's right.
I whispered to you
Spider-Ham.
I whispered to you, like, is this Zach Galifianakis? And then, like, we looked it up after, and it was like, did John Mulaney? Whoa!
Yeah.
But yeah, he has not the exact same, but, like, the same kind of thing, like, with Tamatoa, where Tamatoa was not in any of the marketing for Moana, and he just appeared in the movie. That was the same with this character.
Yeah.
And I love the story behind him.
Yeah. His origin story is
Yeah.
so good.
It's...
Um,
He's just a fun character.
he's jealous. He has the jealous storyline of where this character wants everything in the world, and he's jealous of one particular character, and it's so good.
Yeah, I feel like this movie makes it seem like the trailers made it seem like, you explained it like, oh yeah, and like everyone knows that Puss is down to his last life. So now everyone's like, get him!
Yeah.
He's down to his last life! But it's not like that at all.
Yeah, I forgot that this movie was called Puss in Boots and the Last Wish.
I love this movie. Ever since we watched it, I've been like, I want to watch it again so bad. I need to see it.
And I'm watching it again.
Can I go with you? Like it looks like it's animated like similar to Spider-Verse, which like it kind of is, but this one I feel like has like a different style to it. Like this one has a storybook look to it.
Wow.
So like everything like looks not like a watercolor, but they had like a paintbrush for like the brush of like everything.
Yeah.
While
Spider-Verse had the comic book feel of it.
Mm-hmm. Like where it had like the dots and like the
boom bap bop bop boom pow.
well yeah, that too, but also like shading with like cross hatching, which is like just like the
yeah.
lines.
Yeah.
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 It was so fun.
Okay, the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
There's like it's pretty generic. Like yeah, Puss wants to go out and he wants to go find this last wish because like he wants to like it had the Wakanda opening of it had the opening to Black Panther where it's just like, man, this thing fell from the sky, it hit the ground, and now there's this place that has very special stuff, and it's it affected the waters to turn the freaking frogs gay.
Can't put in the water, turn the freaking frogs gay.
But instead of vibranium, it's just
It's just a star.
It's just a star.
I like how this movie also had Jiminy Cricket in it, but he's just named. Is it just Cricket?
No,
I don't think they gave him a name.
No, I saw the name on here and it killed me. Let me look up the cast again.
Okay, but his voice sounds like, I meant to look up this actor too, but it's the main guy from It's a Wonderful Life. That main character, he sounds just like him, and it kills me. What's his name?
His name is where is
It's
it?
something Cricket. I'm sure all of them have Cricket at the end of it.
It's where is it? Let me go to IMDb.
Also, my lady Florence Pugh's in this movie. I was so happy. I found out about that like a week before we watched the movie, and I was like, bro, we need to watch it, please.
Sorry, I got distracted by something that said Puss in Boots canceled.
Dude.
Okay, let's see. Cast.
I loved all like the Disney references that they used, where it's like, Disney can't copyright us because this is just the story thing for it. We're not using Disney stuff for it. And it's just so good. What's his name?
His name is Ethical Bug.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, some of the choices that they made for this movie work so well. And like, Ethical Bug is one of those great things because he's paired up with like the main villain of the movie. And
I would say the secondary character or secondary villain. I feel like the spooky one is the main one.
Death, yeah. Death is pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Something like Death is like the dog, the wolf character.
He's spooky boy.
Oh yeah, like he's legit. Like when if I was a kid, I think I'd be freaked out. I think I would. I think I would. I would surprised
definitely
that kids weren't like, Mom, I gotta get out of here. This dog's scaring me quite a bit. Please let me out of here. And then like his ominous like whistling tune that.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
He's such a good villain. Like, I feel like if I watched it as a kid, I would be scared of him, but then I would watch it, like, as an adult and be like, you know, this is actually pretty freaking sick.
Yeah. But this movie is one of those movies that nobody talked about it before, and everybody's talking about now.
Yeah.
You need to go watch it.
I feel like this should be best animated movie. Like, this should win it.
I think it's between this and Pinocchio, but I think Pinocchio's
Those two are the only animated movies I can think of. Oh, and Bad Guys. I feel like those three are the only animated movies I can think of off the top of my head.
There's Lightyear, there's...
Oh, yeah. Strange World.
There's Luca. Did Luca come out this year?
I thought that was last year. It was last year. Yeah.
Because Luca came out
Because Lightyear was
before.
the first Pixar movie that's come out since pandemic. What
about no, I know what movie came out. Turning Red.
That wasn't in theater, but yeah.
It'd still be in the running for.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, I think I forget that. I forgot that Disney made animated movies. Oops. But yeah, I feel like Puss in Boots deserves the win for it. And if the Oscars are rigged, then it would probably be a Disney movie. Be like something done like Lightyear. I'll be so mad.
I think, yeah. I think it's going to be, I think they're going to, like, Lightyear's going to get nominated. But
I feel like they wouldn't nominate any of the other Pixar movies because they hate us. Like, they probably wouldn't do Turning Red. I imagine Strange World probably isn't gonna, like, they're probably not gonna try nominating it because Disney didn't even like the movie and they didn't even market it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they obviously didn't love him while it was coming out. So why would they love it now? Whoa.
That's a whole
Yeah.
But let's
didn't.
talk about the movie though. The Puss in Boots, the Puss in Boots, the Puss in Boots.
There's too many spoilery things.
The dog character was
Dude,
not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna be the most horrendous character. I did not want anything to do with him, and then he's
best boy. He's just such a good positive light compared to like.
Okay, yeah, he is
like compared
the
to like
epitome of good boy.
Yeah.
But dang, that dog ugly.
Sam, he had a rough childhood.
Doesn't beat the fact that he's ugly.
My man just wants to be a therapy dog. I literally cried when like at one part of the movie, Puss is like having a panic attack and he like comes up and just puts his head on him and it's just like, it's okay, and that's it. Like there's no words. He just comes up and like gives him a hug like, hey, it's gonna be okay.
No, he doesn't hug
Makes
him.
me
He does like
cry.
the dog thing where he walks up and then puts his head on your lap and he's just like, and then he pets the dog and he's just like,
Well, it's like I see you like, oh, that's what therapy dogs would do. Like they would they would just do that. So it's like, oh,
they
sick
do
dude.
the dog thing.
They do
What
the
the
dog.
dog doing? What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
Yeah.
I
Movie's
like-
very fun, very funny actually. Like
Oh yeah, it was.
this is
It was fun because I felt like our theater was kind of split. Like where we were sitting, like that side was like all the adults, and the other side was like all the kids.
yeah.
And I feel like we were probably like the loudest, like laughing people.
In the
Probably not the
section,
loudest,
yeah.
but like we were like
Of the
definitely
adults.
laughing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was the kids who were like, wow, he said that thing. And then
I love going to kids' movies just to hear the commentary of the kids. It's so good.
it's like, what do you mean that character is whatever? Like,
I'm trying to think.
the barely know her joke is so funny.
There's so many sneaky jokes like that. What did he say?
I can't say it. It's yeah. There's a part where three bears are. This is a separate joke, but three bears are making fun of these other characters, and then Perito, little dog character, was like.
Dude, there's so
like,
much
oh,
cussing.
you guys are making fun of each other. I'll make fun of you guys too. And then
Like almost all the stuff that he says is like bleeped out, which is so funny. Just coming from like
adult.
what's perceived as like a kids movie, and there's just so many bleeps. It's so good.
Yeah.
There was like probably one too many when he was doing it, but
Yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah. The movie is a lot of fun. I think sort of to segue into our top 5 movies of the year, because I don't know what else we can talk about for that movie. Hayden, what do you have to say about Puss in Boots? Okay. Hayden has not seen it yet.
Yes. Should we go from 5 to 1 for
Okay.
top 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just say your list. We're not going to make it very extravagant or anything.
True. Well, how do
Okay, I'll just say mine.
Okay.
5 going down. Mine is The Batman at number 5, Maverick, Top Gun Maverick number 4, Glass Onion number 3, Everything Everywhere All at Once number 2, and Puss in Boots number 1.
Dang. So for mine, number 5 is
Wakanda Forever.
4 is Glass Onion. Puss in Boots is 3, The Batman's number 2, and Everything Everywhere is number 1.
Nice. Hayden, do you have a list of your top 5?
Yeah.
Okay, what
Mine's not in particular order though. But,
Yeah.
So I have Batman. Batman's pretty good.
Mhm.
Jurassic World Dominion.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen
We
it.
never
I know.
saw
I
it.
feel
My
bad.
thing was when we started the episode, I was looking through it and I was like, there wasn't a lot of good movies this year.
That you see.
There was a lot of okay movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I've seen at least.
Yeah.
Bullet Train, was actually pretty good.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys saw this one. It's Hustle. It's Adam Sandler. It's a Netflix movie, I think.
Oh.
It's like he's like a basketball coach, and it's like more serious than like a comedy, and he actually does like a really good job.
Right.
Oh my gosh! I watched the interview thing where it's him and Brendan Fraser, and they're talking about their movies, and they were talking about that movie, and he was so excited making it because he's a little basketball man.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I was so happy to work with people. It was
I've done
so
all the
fun."
sports. I did golf. I did football. I haven't done basketball.
Yeah.
And then this one I actually really liked. It was a Halloween type movie, I guess. Was Smile.
I heard that one was very good.
No, I haven't seen it.
It was pretty interesting. It was like a Inception type movie where stuff kept happening and you'd think it was like one way, and then just the whole movie you're questioning, okay, what's really happening? What's like actually not going on? But it was I really liked it.
I think I got tainted from that one from Truth or Dare, where like, the people that were they're like the bad ones and they're possessed made like a dumb smiling face.
Yeah.
So I think I just associate them together.
Yeah, there was because like with a lot of horror movies and stuff, it's like more about the jump scare. Like I feel like with modern horror and stuff, it's more about getting the jump scares in versus like storyline.
Yeah.
This one actually had a really good story, and like I was invested in like on the edge of my seat throughout pretty much the whole movie. And like I don't with horror movies and stuff, it takes a lot for me to like actually jump out of my jump.
Yeah.
When a jump scare happens. And this one, there was a couple times in the movie it got me pretty good. Like I remember there's just this one part where she I won't spoil it too much, but like it just like was really quiet for a long time, and you're like, hey, this is an obvious jump scare, and then it just keeps playing the scene, and you're like, okay, jump scare hasn't happened, probably fine, and the scene keeps playing, you're like, yeah, we're safe, and boom. It like made you feel like you're safe, and then it just
That's so mean.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah, I feel like best horror is when it's not trying to jump scare you. It's like more story stuff.
Yeah, all the jump scares were like earned. It wasn't just like jump scare in your face just because it was like
just loud noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loud noise for no reason.
Yeah.
Nice. Look at us. Sam texting.
Sorry, I needed to get somebody needed it. Yeah. Was that all 5 of them of your movies? Because you had Jurassic World, Batman,
Hustle.
Hustle. Bullet Train, and
Bullet Train.
and Smile.
Whoa.
Oh, I got you.
Like these movies were like my favorite movies ever, but like
they're-
out of the
they're-
year, they're like the
from
ones I'm
like-
like they're worth a watch, I guess.
Yeah.
They're your recs for the year.
Yeah.
And that's what I think these movies really are the recs of the year of these movies that we just talked about.
Although
Other
we didn't
than,
watch every single movie,
yeah.
but these were just out of the ones that we've watched. We can probably go back and watch ones that we haven't seen that are from this year.
Yeah.
Maybe talk about them.
Like I never watched Lightyear. Don't know if that one.
You
was
never
good.
watched Lightyear?
I heard it was not that good, so I'm not going around and watching it.
All that I'll say is just it looked pretty sometimes, or for the most part.
I mean, Taika's in it. That's about it.
Oh yes.
But
His whole goal was just pen. That was it.
What?
Pen.
He wanted a pen?
No, he was like, "Duh, I got a pen, and that was it.
Oh.
yeah,
I got a pen,
Yeah.
mate. Oh, bro.
Whoa! Look, my suit has a pen in it.
Oh,
Whoa!
bro, I got this pen. you think he's gonna use it?
No.
Bro, he uses pen. Yeah. Well, that was our favorite movies of the.
Of 2022.
Yeah, that was the highlight of our last half of the year. Well, thanks for watching or listening, and however you found us. Look for us on YouTube. We post other videos. We do games and drawings, and we talk about other kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at AJS_podcast.
And my art Instagram, Babby_Yammy. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. We also have a TikTok. Right now, as we're recording, we only have one episode out. But
One video.
yeah. And so look into that. Same thing as at AJS_podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube because that will support us. Tell your friends about us. Invite your mom to watch it with us, unless your mom's not into that. Well, catch us in our next episode. I'm Sam.
I'm Amy.
And Hayden's along with us, and this is the Average Joe Show. See you later. Love you. Bye.
Oh.